Hi, Jeff Big Daddy Wayne here with another presentation of Big Daddy Knows, and trust me, I do. Today we're going to address the issue of white trash and the term "son of a bitch." There's something wrong with them. They never say "son of a bitch." They always go that "son of a bitch." Is it they can't say "son," or do they not realize that's what the term means? You're son of a bitch. You know, the woman being the bitch, or a dog. You're the child of a dog. You know. But if you ever have your ear cocked and you hear somebody go, "I told that son of a bitch," listen, that son of a bitch. And then I started thinking, is it the sum of a bitch? Is that what they're talking about, that you're adding a bitch up? I'm afraid to ask any of my white trash friends or relatives. Because if you ask them about son of a bitch, they take offense. They're ready to fight. Well, you call me a son of a bitch, you son of a bitch. So today I'm going to ask you to help solve the riddle. I'm going to ask you to comment. I know I have white trash viewers. I also know we have redneck viewers. I know we have hillbilly viewers. I also know we have incredible young people out there, millennials, who are opening their heart to everybody, trying to understand every race and creed, every socioeconomic level, trying to explore how they can open up themselves to try to understand things that you can't understand. There's some things you just aren't going to be able to figure out. Let me tell you something. One time when I was a young man and I wanted to be a medical doctor, I went to medical school for about 3 years. And we had training there, where we would walk around with a doctor. You've probably seen this in movies and TV shows where you walk with the older, experienced person who is a doctor. Of course, that's going out the window. Nobody wants older anymore. Nobody wants experience. All they want is some, do we have enough African Americans? Do we have enough Latinos? Do we have enough American Indians? Do we have enough women? Women are, of course, the vanguard of everything. We have to have a woman in there. But you would follow the doctor, who oddly enough was a male at that time. In fact, I think it was a male from India. Did you ever notice a lot of doctors are from India? I guess that's because they have a lot of disease and people suffering over there. They need doctors. I don't know why. Anyway, we're walking along and they have codes for everything somebody's suffering from. And sometimes he would go, has G-OK, has G-OK, has G-OK, has G-OK. And you don't want to appear stupid because you've done your research, you've studied, and you know all the terms. But I never heard G-OK. My fellow students never heard G-OK. So I took it upon myself at a quiet moment when this doctor was alone to ask him. I said, "Sir," because I always show respect. You should show respect to people, even when they're not respectable. Hey, because they're being like that doesn't mean you should be. So I asked him, I said, "Sir, I'm a little confused. I know all the terms. I've never heard G-OK. There were so many patients, you said, that are dying near death. They're going to die. But you didn't tell us what they had because you didn't give us the correct terms. You just said G-OK." And he looked at me and said, "G-OK stands for God only knows." I said, "That's a terrible thing." He said, "Well, we don't know." He said, "It's better than calling them goners." And I have to admit, I laughed at that. When you can laugh at somebody else's tragic circumstances, that's the truth of life. I don't know why, but maybe that's why people laugh at me. And that's okay, as long as we get to laugh. If my pain and suffering brings you just a little joy on this earth, I've served my purpose. G-OK, subscribe to Big Daddy Knows.